Okay, what the question?
The question today is is war inevitable? A lot of news now with new war, new
Hmm.
brutality.
So, did you put this question when you are sleeping or dreaming? No.
No.
So, this question originates from the mind, and mind is time bound, it's illusory. So, like when you are in sound sleep, this mind world there. Is this question bother to your little puppy dog?
No.
No. Why? Because it's
The dog is 100% not involved in yes war, no war, good, bad.
yes. So as long as the world mean subject object, as long as objects and the mind, this is ongoing war. It's like you have a body, the left hand does not fight with the right hand. We are unified. So as long as divisions are there, boundaries are there, those are man made, mind made, ego made. That will appear as war and peace, war and peace. They always, like in every family, there is war. Mother, father, child, son. Means conflict, differences. Those are natural because, but the person who is realized mean real. Realize start with the real. The one who has woke up to the reality, not get caught in the web of the mind, ego. As long as you are living in the ego and the mind, the divisions are there, then what the difference in the real, realized? He has stepped out from the time factor. Like as we were talking one time, there are a lot of warmonger. They invite you, come and fight, come and
Mm-hmm.
fight. But you pointed out one time that don't get in their trap of invitation of Warfield. Warfield means comparison, ego. how you how you remain away from the war. When there is one family, not two family, not two, one family, oneness is the real essence. Then other layers are there, but you are not affected by them. Like the war now, subtle wars will enter in the coming time. The biological war will be more dangerous, the virus, because in the old time, the atom very small, the smallest. But this even the more advanced, invisible, invisible virus. And they learned that without plutonium and all that long involvement, engagement, they can invent and open one injection in the air or in the water and so many.
Save money too.
Save money, time, and all that. But if you observe throughout the time, pandemic has happened in ancient times, and that killed more people than in the physical war.
Uh-huh.
What was in the history? Malaria or those
Yeah, Spanish flu.
huh?
Spanish flu 100 years ago. Yeah.
How many they killed?
I don't know. A lot. A lot. A big portion of the population in the United States.
Yeah, already,
Yeah.
already, already, and very strong superpower. But the real life does not die or is not in the cycle of birth and death. Like human being. So the time is no longer. You will learn, shift to another level. Elements remain the same: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Same. Only transformation and transmutation. Like the gold, new ornaments, old ornaments, but when you are changing and melting the ornament or the ring,
Mhm.
what does it happen? Only the name, only the change of the
Form.
name and form. That's all.
Mhm.
Only, and that's illusory in the memory. The five rings change into the necklace. Necklace change into the rings.
Mhm.
Rings change into the toe ring. So that's what we observe, that 100 years old houses, and these houses, and after 100 years, will be different, 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 but appears as different, but basically the same. Like you cannot control the control. You cannot control your dreams. Why? Because dreams are lucid. Like it's already changing, already changing. It's already dancing. So that's the ultimate science. Once the realized can see clearly, the subject and the objects are not two, appear as two. The wholeness, the fullness cannot be destroyed. It always cannot be changed. What changes? What changes is the thinking, the mental. Like what changes for your little puppy, Shanti, from house to another house or to car? The love contact is same.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, it changes from one location to other location. So why don't know the people the reality, real check? Because the mind is so fragmented into and so busy and so get absorbed into so-called what is happening. Afghan war, Vietnam war, uh, blah blah war, African war. Those are all the game of the ego and the mind. This is the basura, mean noise by the egotistic minds, comparison minds. To whom? Even little dog will laugh that this goes on. One shows puffed up popcorn, one is little, one is big. All this goes on and on. How and why? Observe. You don't have energy to observe. You're already polluted too much. Observe 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years. The war continues. War continues. Material thing continues. The economic companies continue. It continues. It's the nature. It's the nature of the things, and things are born out of that quality consciousness. The more it goes toward the light, light means the awareness, it is devoid of the fighting and war and suffering. The more it goes into things and things occupied, and then the things get occupied your mind, even in one family, five children, innocent children, fighting. My toy is better, your toy is better. And they like each other, but things means objects. Objects are okay as long as you are not obsessed and occupied and possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cannot be possessed by things if you are possessed by the light, and that is the divine light within you, as you, and too simple, but the mind pulls you again and again and again and again into fragmentation. Very simple. What does the convex lens does? Unify, unify, and it becomes the power. It can burn the piece of paper and the whole house. The same way, the sound sleep unifies all attention into this womb of wholeness. And you don't want to become anybody. You don't want to think anything. You don't want to achieve anything, but is returning back to the womb of no thingness, the wholeness. In the wholeness, nothing can be added, nothing can be taken. Oh, what a beautiful! Nothing can be added, nothing can be taken. But the mind try to fragment, it can appear and dance, but does not touch and cannot touch. Why? Because it's the wholeness, supreme science of being. Ultimate pleasure, ultimate bliss. The mind cannot understand it unless the mind is gone. Gone means it goes into that sound sleep, and again it get rat ratting like a rat. So mini death, the sound sleep for the realized, real eye. Real means who can see, awake what is unreal, what is real. Then that's simple. Like a jeweler, don't take any effort to see what is the real diamond or unreal diamond. No effort, no time, no method. That's how the life is. When you are in the heart space, innocent, don't need to be achieved and learned, and any technique, any method, because it's not made up of time. Time is no longer. But innocence has no price, it has no comparison. You cannot sell it or buy it.
Mhm.
So the world is, the mind is so stuck like a movie. Movie start with a ray of light and you get caught into picture, name and form, name. But the intelligence is creative intelligence that living in the world but not of it, like the very lotus flower is a symbol. Symbol mean pointer, that living in the messy world, the warful world, crazy world, and up, all that toxic world, but not of it. Learn what cannot be died, what cannot be controlled. Fear is no longer. As long as you possess a country, a name, and a platform or a ID, wrong ID, all those will perpetuate fear into another fear, into another fear, into another fear. The controlled one is more the what he control. Innocence doesn't need any control. It already is. It was, it is, it will be. Because you see how simple.
Yeah.
Then why do we miss it?
Bad habit of staying up here, I guess.
How to break the habit?
Yeah. Observe kids more. How kid works, how their mind works, what they focus on.
See, like the jeweler don't need to remind and learn to again to school, again to school. Once he knows, in 1 second, not even a second. So that is means the awake person, the awake, that was the word awake. Awake means the consciousness and the body mind are the material which is belong to this world. The the consciousness include the body mind but yet beyond it and yet above it. That's why it cannot die. The consciousness which really you are, it cannot die and it cannot be reborn, but we get identified to the layers of body mind. And then we misidentify, this is me. You have given a name to the vehicle. Name and form is not you. It part, that's just a house number. House number changes. That's why all scriptures, master, they indicate toward the realization, self-realization. Now, what is the self realization? Self cannot be realized because you are it. You already it. But I think the just get out of the basura. Basura means like the cataract in the eyes. The good eye doctor will clean that what you call cloud or the dust. That's it. Light already was there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is already was there, is already is. So, but the ego is so clever, it invent new method, new technique. You are to achieve God, you are to achieve it made a object, a blue object, green object, but that's just another illusion. What anxiety and thinking? No difference. Only anxiety, restlessness of the mental. I mean, instead of 10 miles an hour, it is going 80 miles an hour. It can't sit. It can't be. It just, and the mind is very practical when you go for shopping because that clever mind can compare and click and that works. There's nothing wrong in that. But when it comes to living or life, then it is hazardous. Hazardous means destroying. What foolish person can be who can collect all the gold and go from one country to other country in the ocean, dies, he cannot drink even water. Who can be a bigger stupid? The same is happening to the world. Running, unless it becomes their own running. They want to live a life, but the life is here now, asking, begging you, hey, come and live. But it can't because it is so restless. It's a kind of a chemical imbalance. Imagine a person who can't sleep, maybe a billionaire, but he is a beggar because he cannot enjoy life. He says, oh, I get hunger, that's good, physical is good, but psychological, emotional, I am not myself. You know, the person who is realized, if you, without the judgment, you sit in the presence of the Master, you would feel and you will absorb But as long as the judging mind and calculating mind, you cannot even observe the observation. Observation is a different kind of being. That's what even the little puppies, they observe, not thinking. Thinking is okay, but thinking thoughts all the time is thinking. And it is a mental case. When you say somebody mental case, oh, they will bark at you. Barking of a dog is better than the human barking,
Yeah, true.
because barking they're done. But human being thinking and chewing on that and trying to chew on it hours and in the nights and in the days. They will throw at flowery words in the offices, but inside jealousy and anger. Oh, what a word. This is bigger war than the war at the border, because in the border is boom, gone. You don't even know what happened. It's a different spark, but the real war happened in the political games and all those comparisons, and for selling their machines and weapons. What a dirty mind. But to be a human being is the greatest wealth of all times, because being is a ultimate luxury of all time being. And it's always free. It's always here now. The fuller we are, the longer time we take. That's all. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Sing for the song for the beloved. The beloved is the wholeness, expressing it each moment in the beautiful, cool air, beautiful, warm sunlight and sunshine, and nurturing all beautiful flowers, all the fruits. Praise the Lord, grace of the Lord. It does not promote to sell. The one who is intelligent, take it. The one who is foolish, miss it. The real intelligence knows that it already is. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. And, and,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, you need to press that.
And,
Mm-hmm.
okay.